Welcome to the Properties to Profit podcast. I'm Michael, your host. Excited to share with you my journey from a six-figure job to building a successful real estate business. Each episode will explore various aspects of real estate investing, from wholesaling and flipping to managing rentals. I'll share the lessons and insights I've gained, aiming to help you avoid mistakes and achieve your financial goals. Expect guest experts, valuable tips, and practical advice to guide you on your own real estate journey. Thank you for tuning in. If you find any value in this podcast, please subscribe, share, and follow me on social media. Let's turn properties into profits together. Hey guys, have you ever in a sales conversation wondered what happened to the prospect? They just went silent on you. Or as we like to call it in today's sales conversations, they ghosted you. Well, here's what I've done to avoid that and eliminate that as much as possible. At my last job, I heard this term all the time. No man left in no man's land. So what's that really look like in a sales conversation? Well, in a sales conversation, one, I've always taken sales as something, I don't stop the sales process if the sales prospect is still moving forward in the sales process. So if they're ready to move today, I'm taking that sale today and we're moving on. I'm not going to let them think about it, because whenever you think about it, what happens? You never make a decision, right? We all think about what happens for dinner and it just turns into an argument with your significant other. Whereas if you just go to a dinner spot, there's never an argument, right? So it's decision fatigue that limits our ability to make decisions, not actually making decisions. So if you have too many choices, you won't make a decision at all. And so we want to eliminate that from our sales conversations as much as possible. So first things first is, if a seller's ready to go through all the way through the process, don't stop unless they stop you. And even then, a lot of times a no in a sales process just means you haven't given them enough information. So I never stop at the first no. Typically it's 3 no's. I won't say I've done a good enough job unless I've gotten 3 no's, because every time I've gone and through with a 1 no or 2 no's, I've still gotten the sale numerous times. So it's typically 3 no's where I could have stopped sooner. And even then, like sometimes I've had 10 no's and still got the sale, because I just wasn't hitting the actual problem that they need solved. And so if you're solving their problem, they're going to move forward with you, and that's okay. So you don't want to stop that process, because the second you stop that process, if they're ready to go, you're going to miss out on opportunities, because they're going to go call that other person if they're ready to go. If you got them on that hook, they're ready to swallow and you're not pulling, well, they're going to go get their need met through someone else. And typically once they've already started thinking about it, someone else is going to come in their mind, whatever your process is, how you market your competition's marketing that way as well. So that's step 2. But that's step 1. So step 2 would be, what happens when a seller is not moving forward? They can't move forward. They got to talk to a spouse, and you vetted that. They got to talk to an attorney, or whatever the case might be in your situation as sales. Well, it's confirm. Hey, how do you think these conversations are going to go? What do you anticipate happening? If it goes bad, how would you like me to proceed? How can I help you still? And they'll tell you all these things, right? And then you just got to take notes on those things. And so when they do come back later and it doesn't go well, you now have ammunition to help it go better the next time. And the next thing, set up an appointment, right? They're going to be more committed if you set up a date and time, ideally within 24 to 48 hours. And the sooner you can do it, the better. Don't push this out 2 weeks if you don't have to. The seller might say 2 weeks, or your sales prospect might say 2 weeks, but that just a number in their head doesn't actually mean anything. So always confirm and say, hey, I actually have availability quicker, or what's got you pushing out 2 weeks? And you'll find out that was just a random number they said, because it buys them time. And then 2, so you want to set up a time and a date, ideally within 48 hours, 72 hours at worst case scenario. Next, ask them how to proceed if you don't show up to the appointment. So if a prospect doesn't show up to the appointment, I'm asking a question like, hey, and I'm buying houses, by the way, in my business. So, hey, Mr. Seller, if you don't show up to our 2 o'clock phone call, how would you like me to proceed, or how should I take that? If they don't, well, I'm not sure. Well, knowing when someone doesn't show up to a call, it's 1 of 2 reasons. 1, they never really want to talk to me anyway. If that's the case, can you just tell me now? And they'll be like, no, that won't be it. All right, great. So I can continue to call you if you don't answer then? Yeah. And then you're setting the stage, what's going to happen. And then when I get mad at you, you could be like, whoa, you told me this. I told you what I was going to do and you agreed to it, right? I asked you what to do and you said this, right? So setting the stage, if they don't answer, would be step 3. So As long as you're following those three things, you're going to limit how many sellers go dark on you or how many sales prospects go dark on you. So it's one, don't stop the sale unless they're ready to stop the sale and they need it to be stopped right then and there. Two, if that's the case, make sure you're setting the next steps, right? Don't say, okay, we'll talk soon, because they're left in no man's land. So let's leave no one in no man's land, because we all need some form of direction in life. Granted, it's easy to get information nowadays. So if you leave them in no man's land, they're going to seek out other information much faster than if you didn't. And three, confirm with them what happens, what you can do if they don't show up. Should you assume that they don't want to move forward, or should they assume something's wrong? And they'll tell you what to do. And when you've done those things, it'll be easier to get your prospects back on the phone, limiting how many times you're doing follow-up, because we all hate that F word in sales, follow-up. None of us like chasing our sellers. So if you don't like chasing your sellers, use these tips to make sure that you're keeping them front of mind and keep them going and moving towards the sale so you can get paid and help them out of their situation. All right, hope you guys got some information out of this. If you did, give me a follow, Real Estate Mike 02. Thanks. Thank you for listening to the Properties for Profit podcast. I hope you found today's episode valuable. If you enjoy the show, please subscribe and share it with others who might benefit. Follow me on social media for more updates and tips. Until next time, keep turning properties into profits.